Julie.
Hello, I'm Lucy's mum.
And this is my stepdad, Roger.
Hello, I'm Lucy's stepdad.
Thanks for coming on, Rog.
Nice to be here.
Thank you for agreeing to do the ultimate British Beatles quiz. We have got somebody compiling the questions. Don't get too nervous, but it's John from England.
That does make me a little nervous, but
Hopefully he's been nice.
hopefully.
What got you into Beatles music?
I just remember listening to them from a very young age and always liking everything I heard, and I was probably too young at the time to really appreciate them when they were coming out with their music, but just loved everything I heard.
Yeah, it must have been such an exciting time for music. There's nothing really like them before, or since in many ways.
Yeah, very true. They not only was music changing year by year, but actually they were changing the music themselves, album by album. And each one they put out from a certain time forward basically changed the course of music.
What is your favourite album and what is your favourite single or track?
So my favorite album would be between Sgt. Pepper and Revolver, and both of those were two of the albums that really changed the course of music. And what's truly amazing about it is they did 3 albums in a row, Rubber Soul, Revolver, and Sgt. Pepper, and they did those in like an 18-month period of time. And what's truly amazing about the Beatles, as much as anything, is their entire catalog of music was recorded in about 6 years. So every song you know about by the Beatles was 6.5 years time.
Amazing.
That it recorded. They recorded everything.
Do you remember the British invasion?
A little bit.
It's happening right now.
Yeah. Well, yes, there is the one I'm experiencing.
Yes, let's move on from that. So was there anything that surprised you when you came over to the UK about the Beatles culture?
Yeah, I will say, and I'm not sure everyone will agree with this, but I will say I found that I thought the Beatles are more popular here in the States than they actually are in England. And I don't know why that is, but when I got sent to England, I just thought there's going to be Beatles everywhere. And there wasn't. In my time in England, I rarely heard a song on the radio by the Beatles, whereas we have entire channels devoted to the Beatles here. You know, either the Beatles music, who they're influenced by, who they influenced. There was an art show in Norwich when I first got sent there, and they actually had the album cover of the original Yesterday and Today, which was referred to as the Butcher Block album. Oh. And they pasted over it because it just didn't fit the Beatles' image, but they were all in white coats with animal parts chopped up and babies that were broken apart and baby heads.
Oh gosh!
And so that was called the Butcher Block album, and they actually had one at this art show. I'd never seen it in person before. I only see pictures. A lot of them they just recalled and pasted over it, and for years people were trying to steam off the new cover to see if the Butcher Block was underneath.
Oh, and then getting really excited if it was.
Yeah.
Because it'd be worth so much money.
I'm sure that'd be worth something, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So are you ready for the quiz?
I am.
Where were the Beatles seen with Marlon Brando, Sonny Liston, and Laurel and Hardy?
That would be on the cover of the Sgt. Pepper album.
Very good!
You're off to a good start, Rog.
Yeah!
What conspiracy theory is depicted on the cover of Abbey Road?
There was this ongoing conspiracy theory that Paul McCartney had died and been replaced by a look-alike. So if you look at the cover of Abbey Road, as they're walking across the street, they're all dressed differently. John Lennon is dressed as a priest. Ringo Starr is dressed as a pallbearer or funeral home worker. Paul McCartney is the most interesting one because he's barefoot and in black, which signifies death in some cultures. He's out of step with the other 3, and he has a cigarette in his right hand, and Paul McCartney was obviously left-handed. George Harrison is in jeans, and he basically signifies the grave digger or the graveyard worker. And there's a very obscure license plate on the VW. There's a VW Beetle parked on the road, and the license plate actually has 28IF on it, which signifies 28 years old if he was alive.
That's really awesome.
I got chills, haven't you?
Yeah, so that's pretty amazing. They always denied that that's what the album cover signified, but they never really ran away from it either.
Speaking of Abbey Road, I have noticed your t-shirt, very appropriate.
And Rog, who bought you that great t-shirt?
I believe you did.
Oh yes, I did, didn't I?
But it's a wonderful t-shirt of The Simpsons on Abbey Road. So Homer is John Lennon, Marge is Ringo Starr, Bart is Paul McCartney, and Lisa is George Harrison.
What was the first Beatles UK album?
I believe that's Please Please Me.
You believe correct.
Very
Hey,
good.
another tick.
He's
Woo.
flying, he's flying. Which Beatle had solo Billboard #1s with Photograph and You're 16?
Ringo Starr.
Ringo Starr.
Hey.
Get up, Ringo.
Who was given a label credit on the Beatles single Get Back? He's a soul artist.
I know the name. It's Preston, Billy Preston.
Yay! It was there, wasn't it?
Breath then.
Oh, yeah.
I actually stopped breathing for a moment.
Edge of the seat
Yeah.
stuff. What was the last album that the Beatles recorded?
Okay, so that's a little bit of a trick question. So everybody knows the last album that was released was Let It Be, but Let It Be was actually recorded prior to Abbey Road. So Abbey Road is actually the last album they recorded.
I thought that was going to get him, didn't you?
Yeah, I
that
did.
was very
yeah.
impressive.
Oh my goodness, I thought if anything would get him that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the title of the 1995 single featuring the then surviving Beatles, which had originally been recorded by John Lennon in 1977? No clue. Cheep, cheep. No cages here.
Something about flying. I think that's
Yes.
free.
Yes.
Free as a bird.
Yay! Right, you'll know this one.
Okay.
Who left his home in Tucson, Arizona for some California grass?
Jojo.
Yay!
The good one. Mum and Bud used to live in Tucson.
And
Yeah.
so did Paul McCartney. Linda McCartney was from Tucson, or grew up there, went to University of Arizona. And they actually had a home there up until she actually passed away at that home.
Who was Paul McCartney married to between 2002 and 2008?
Heather something?
Yeah, Heather.
Yes.
Yeah, Heather starts with an N.
Adam.
Oh God, we've got to do another thing.
All I can remember is Heather. I can't remember.
Well, we'll
her
give
last
you for Heather. Yeah, Heather Mills.
name. No, it's okay.
Yeah, well done. We'll give you that.
I was going to try, I didn't know how to mime milling, so
No, I
good
was
job you
gonna
gave it to it.
Yeah, I was going to do a windmill thing, but I thought it looked too much like the Freebird. So
Oh, that's
yeah.
true. Can you name the skiffle group that John Lennon formed when he was 15? The skiffle group.
I don't remember the name. We would have seen it in the museum over there, Julie.
Yeah, we
I don't
would have
remember
done.
the name.
Yeah. The Quarrymen.
Oh, wow, that's one I should have known.
Oh,
That's one I should have
okay.
known.
Unlucky.
Well, it's the nerves, you know. It's very tense,
Yeah.
don't
As soon as that camera goes on, your mind goes blank.
I know. In the lyrics of Penny Lane, what does the fireman have in his pocket?
Now the fireman rushes in from the pouring rain. Portrait of the Queen.
Correct.
Yes.
Yay.
Who did Paul McCartney say earned the title of a fifth Beatle? The fifth Beatle, I should say. There's not more than
Yes.
one fifth Beatle. Same surname as Ricky somebody who's living La Vida Loca.
Oh, George Martin.
George
Yes.
Martin, well done. Woo.
What was the record label founded by the Beatles in 1968?
Apple.
Apple, yay.
Yes, another company seems to have stolen that one.
What was discovered in the graveyard of St Peter's Parish Church in Liverpool?
Is it Eleanor Rigby?
Eleanor Rigby, yes, her grave of Eleanor Rigby. Well done, Rog.
What song featuring a reference to Desmond and Molly Jones became a UK #1 for the Marmalade after the Beatles didn't release it as a single?
Oh, Bloody, oh, Bloody.
Very good. Woo. Yeah, we don't have to have you singing every answer.
You know, just in case people are like, oh, I'm blanking on what that sounds like.
Well, I think they'd still be blank, to be honest. What middle name did John Lennon give himself in 1969? And there's a clue in the year, I'm sure.
Oh, no, right.
Yeah, oh no, correct.
What was the name of the 2019 film which featured Jack Malik as the only person in the world to have ever heard of the Beatles song?
Yesterday.
Yes.
Correct.
I'd be very offended if Roger didn't know that.
No,
we
because
all
we
saw
saw
it.
it.
Yeah.
We did, we saw it
Went to the
together.
theater, yeah.
Yeah.
Which Beatles song referred to 4,000 holes in Blackburn, Lancashire?
Day in the Life.
Oh my god, I thought you'd never get that.
I wouldn't have got that one.
That's, you asked earlier about my favorite song, and I didn't answer. I just said the albums, but my favorite song is probably A Day in the Life.
Can you name any one of the 5 Beatles songs that Aretha Franklin has covered? This is a question that Dad would like, isn't it?
This is Dad's question.
Yeah.
He's a soul music fan.
So was it Eleanor Rigby?
Yeah, was one of them.
Yeah.
Can you think of any others as a matter of interest?
No, I can't off the top of my... I'm sure I'll recognize
Yeah.
her version of it the minute I hear it.
Yeah. Well, this is one Roger's already got correct. Who had a ranch property near the Tanque Verde River in the foothills of the Rincon Mountains, northeast of Tucson?
Paul McCartney.
Woo!
McCartney, correct.
Strong one to end on. No
Yes.
hesitation there.
Yeah, fantastic.
Rog, thank you so much for coming on the channel.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's been a pleasure,
Yeah,
hasn't it?
it's been really fun.
It has been.
If you've got some interesting Beatles facts for us, please let us know too.
Absolutely. Or if you want to ask Rog a question, let's see if he can answer.
Yes, and maybe a part 2.
Yes. Leave your comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And please like, subscribe, share this video. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.